We've got the first practice of the year going on behind me. It's 34 degrees and the wind is kicking today. It's like 20, 25 degree gusts. And so every now and then, everything shakes. I've got my outfield camera mounted on a very stable tripod, but it's going to shake like crazy when I show you that picture here in a little bit. I'm going to show you what our live streaming setup for 2024 is going to look like, but I want you to know we're introducing that new shot that's over the shoulder from center field. So let's go through the list as we look at what 2024 is going to give us in the way of baseball streaming setup. So I'm going to stick with a control device that is the iPad. Because of the Mevo multicam software, I'm able to pull in many different kinds of cameras so long as they have the ability to let me set them up as NDI cameras. I can set them to be into the Mevo multicam. I can switch my views very quickly. Audio is handled very well and synchronized perfectly. And so this is an easy mobile. I run it on an iPad. I don't have to bring out a laptop and have that set up. I can take that out of its little case and I can walk around and run this from anywhere here at the ballpark the way I've got things set up. So control device is going to be the iPad. My behind the plate shot is still going to be the Mevo. Has been the one consistent camera that I've used since I began live streaming, and it's still giving me a great behind the plate shot. Some of you are going to be wondering, well, what about the eMeet StreamCam 1? Is that one that I would want to use? And what I want to say about that is, if you're going to use the eMeet StreamCam 1, it's going to be a closed system. Unless you're going to bring it into OBS or something like that, you're not going to be able to combine it with other cameras, at least not the way it's set up now. So you run a couple of eMeets in the eMeet software, and that will be fine for you. It's a very cost-effective way to set up a live stream. So that behind the plate shot coming from the Mevo Start, it's going to give me my presets, even in multicam now that they've upgraded the software there. And so I can have my first base shot, I can have my pitcher catcher shot if I want to go in and change to those. My side view camera this year is going to be the obsbot Tail Air, and it's going to give me some great options with presets also available. The ability to set 4 presets to zoom, even in multicam. I'm going to have the ability to take that obsbot Tail Air and set up a pitcher to batter shot from either side, whether I set up at first base or third base side. I'm going to be able to have just a home plate shot if I want that. That 4K sensor lets me zoom in enough that I've got a really nice shot there at home plate. And then I've got a couple of other choices. I'm going to run third base if I'm sitting on the third base side. I'm going to run first base if I'm sitting up on the first base side. And then I'll try across the diamond to catch the other one, depending on where I am setting up at what baseball field. If you find this video useful, entertaining, enjoyable, hit that like button. It's the best way I've found for YouTube to tell me to keep making videos just like this one. The over-the-shoulder picture view that's going to come in from outfield is going to be the nearstream VM33 because of its ability to zoom from out there. It's got a 10x optical zoom. It's got another they say up to 40x hybrid zoom. Your degradation of picture would be terrible at 40x, but I've punched it into about 20, and I'll show you the shot that we've got there. Now I forgot my HDMI cable, so I don't actually have it hooked into multicam. Great news about the VM33. They have published that the next couple of updates will include, in the next couple of updates, whether it's the next one or the one after that, will likely include NDI. So I don't have to worry with the Zybox or the UVC to HDMI connector anymore after that. I'll just be able to run that PTZ camera from outfield to give me this beautiful over-the-shoulder shot. Again, it's windy today, and so we're seeing some shake by all means on that camera, but it's a beautiful shot. That is punched into 25 times. So that's going to be some digital and all of the optical zoom that it offers, and it's going to be a very nice picture to have if you have access to that fence. If you can get out behind outfield and set that up, it's going to be a great addition to your live stream for a very reasonable cost with that VM33, especially once NDI is added to the mix there. For my connectivity to keep all these things talking to one another, I have a pair. I have 2 Slate travel routers. I'm running one in repeater mode. So I have the one that's sitting here on top of the dugout. It's closest to where I'm going to be stationed. It'll have one of my cameras. It's really there close, and I'm connected to the 5 gigahertz side of it with my iPad. And then with my cameras, I'm connected to the 2.4 gigahertz side on that one router, except for the one that's in outfield, and it's connected to the repeating router. So my nearstream is connected to a slate out there that's talking to the slate in here. Did a couple of videos not too long ago to prove that it could be done, and sure enough, I've got a beautiful picture coming in from out there that you've seen the clip of now a couple of times, me walking back from out there. And so gorgeous shot from over the shoulder, made possible by the two travel routers. And then I'm connecting that, I'm hitting the internet. My data is handled through that Inseego MiFi hotspot. I run T-Mobile on that one, and then I run Verizon on my iPad, and so I use Speedify to bond the two together to protect myself from dropping a stream and to give myself the best possible upload speeds that I can have. Then to power all of this, of course, all my cameras are battery powered. I'm going to have to supplement the obsbot because it's only about a 2.5 hour battery, and I'm usually running a little over 3 hours for the time I set up, the time I tear down is closer to 4 hours. So I'll have to supplement the power to that obsbot. I don't have to worry about it with the Mevo. I don't have to worry about it with the nearstream. But I'm running a 10,000 milliamp hour bank. That's my ElectJet graphene battery. I love that one because it recharges so fast. I can't find it anymore. I don't know what happened with them, but I have it, and I'm going to use it as long as it will serve me. And then I have just a generic 26,800 milliamp hour power bank that I can power a couple of different things out in the outfield and rock and roll. So it's gonna power a lot for a long time with that 26.8. The ElectJet is offering me 5 volts at 3 amps for every port that it has, and that the generic one that I have is giving me 5 volts 2.1 amps. And although the slate asks for 4, that 2.1 will run it. I'm running it on it right now, and we're all connected. And then I'll have my normal tripods, magnet mounts, clamp mounts, all the things that go with putting these in various places and various setups. I've been very clear that I don't use fence mounts because fences move, and I do my best not to let that camera shot move at any time. And so I'll connect to some of these poles with a magnet. I'll connect to a rail with a clamp mount. I'll set stuff up on a tripod. Right now I have a tripod sitting on top of the dugout, tucked in just enough that it's not in too much danger of catching a foul ball. And then my audio, I'm handling audio through a Rode video mic. I've got that connected to my start there behind the plate. It's going to catch that infield game sound. You're going to catch the umpire a lot. It's a really great little mic to catch those game noises. And then I'm running, if I want to overlay any sound, I'm running this nearstream AWM-20T, which is a fantastic little mic. I've recorded with this microphone so much since I got it. I've kind of set everything else to the side for a while. You may still want to use your Ulanzi J12. That's a great little microphone. It might not handle the wind that we have today. This one does. It's a great sound. I don't know how it's going to handle filtering out that cement truck that's about 20 yards away from me there. But we get good sound out of this, and so I like to use it. And if you're going to give any kind of over the stream sound, if you're going to do any play-by-play, you're going to talk anytime during your streams, this is a great choice from Nearstream. I do have all my 3D printed accessories running today. For example, I have the heat shield. It's 34 degrees and windy, and I have the heat shields on both my cameras out here. But I have a heat shield on the Mevo Start because I wanted to mount the Rode video mic on top of it. I have a heat shield on my VM33. I don't know if I've talked about that before or not, but I've designed and made that. I've got a couple of minor revisions to make before I'm ready to sell them. But if you need that that heat protection for your VM33, I'm going to have those available, and just send me an email and I'll send you one. They're available upon request. I'll sell you one after I start getting them printed out. But that's on today. I have this little table that I take with me everywhere. It's the most handy thing ever. I'm looking for a new chair. And I know a lot of you have streamed a lot of baseball games. You're doing a whole lot more baseball games than I am because you're in tournament ball. And I'm wanting your input. What chair should I use? I've got one in my cart on Amazon. It's the fold out camping chair that has the pistons on back that lets you rock. They look really, really comfortable. I've sat in one. But tell me in the comments what chair I should pick up for my my baseball streams this year. I want to be comfortable, and I can move this little table in front of me and set and stream from wherever I need to. So what about your setup? What are you going to have streaming your baseball games this spring season? Is anything that we're looking at on my setup going to be helpful to you? Let me know in the comments.